Well, hello, my fellow Gryffindors, or any other member of the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. I don't discriminate. I don't care what house you're in. But welcome back, especially to my fellow Gryffindors. And yes, I know, I'm a Gryffindor using Professor Snape's wand. So what? Snape's a good guy. He's one of the few Slytherins that's actually good. No offense to any Slytherins that may be watching this video. I thought it'd be fun to go back and revisit my old Pottermore page. Even though now it's no longer Pottermore, your old account will still work on the new site. So let's go to it, shall we? It's so good to be home. So good to be home with my fellow Gryffindors. My wizarding passport, Mikey Stewart, Gryffindor. A few of my favorites down here. We have butterbeer, which is my favorite object of food. And if you've never had butterbeer, I highly do recommend it. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, so I will make it myself with a non-alcoholic recipe. Although the actual drink itself, when you do drink with alcohol, it's very low. So if you do drink, but you don't drink a lot, it's like if you're a lightweight, I would recommend butterbeer. It's usually 3 to 5% alcohol. If that's very a lightweight drink. Some people drink it warm. I prefer it chilled. And then we have my wand that they assigned me. The laurel wood with a dragon heartstring core, 12.5 inches long, and surprisingly swishy and swishy flexibility. Even though in real life I have Severus Snape unsure of some things. He was a very depressing character, but a very interesting character, especially with the layout of his wand, the handle having all these interesting little markings on them. It's very nice. His wand was very nicely designed, and also black's my favorite color. So there's a reason why I'm a Gryffindor who owns a copy of Professor Snape's wand. And then there's my Patronus, Black Stallion. Expecto Patronum! And let's see what they're doing around on the roundabout, shall we? Let's go to the home and see what they're up to around here. I haven't been on this website in about a year. I heard about this. You can watch Daniel Radcliffe read Chapter 1 of the Philosopher's Stone, or if you live in America like I do, the Sorcerer's Stone. Can we still watch this? Because I think he did this a few weeks ago, and I kept meaning to look at it, but I kept forgetting to go to the damn website. Let's take a peek and just see what he's up to with this, shall we? Because of course the video is 25.5 minutes long, so we won't watch the whole thing. We'll just take a little peek and see how he is with reading the first chapter of that book. And I also mentioned that with my reaction to the trailer for the first movie. And also, for people who are not familiar, this is Mr. Harry Potter himself. Daniel Radcliffe played Harry James Potter in all 8 Harry Potter films.
Okay, so Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much.
Let me know that I do not like the Dursleys, although I can find some respect for Dudley by the last movie, but for Vernon and Petunia...
They were the last people that you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large moustache.
Yeah, he was a beefy man, alright, bigger than I am.
But had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very
And Miss Petunia Dursley, my sister was a freak, because she was a witch.
Had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion, there was no finer boy anywhere.
Dudley was a spoiled brat.
The Dudleys had everything they wanted, but they also had a secret, and their greatest fear was that
Because Petunia didn't like Lily, because she was a freak, because her sister was a witch. And I'm like, lady, you are a bigot. And she didn't like James Potter because he was a full-on wizard. And I think we're good on that one for now, because we've been listening to him read it for a few minutes. And I'm gonna finish that in my personal time, because hey, I may be straight, but I can listen to Daniel Radcliffe talk all day long. That accent just gets you every time. Let's see, what else are we doing on here so far? Alright, to close up the video, we'll take a little quiz. We'll take the first year's quiz. And let's see, question 1. Where would you find the potions classroom? In the dungeons, in the Forbidden Forest, in the tower, or on the 3rd floor? The 3rd floor corridor is out of bounds to anyone who wishes to not die a painful death. Believe in the dungeons. Yes, because that's Professor Snape's job. He is the potions master. Caution, this could be some very minor spoilers for people who haven't read the books or seen the movies. Particularly in the first movie. How do first years travel from the Hogwarts Express, which is a train, by the way, to the castle when they first arrive? Is it by carriage, by boat, they walk, or by train? Where they get from the Express to the castle, you take a boat if you're a first year. Where would you find a unicorn at Hogwarts? In the Allery, by the lake on the grounds, in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. That's where Snape wants to go. Or in the Forbidden Forest. That would be the Forbidden Forest, because it's forbidden to anyone. Where would you find a unicorn? Oh wait, we didn't. There we go. How do you get onto platform 9 3/4? You using Alamora. You walk through the barrier between platforms 9 and 10. Knock 3 times. Special brick. I wish you could. Show you a ticket to the Wizard Guard. Nope. You got to walk to the barrier between platforms 9 and 10. Which pub would you go to Would you go through to find Diagon Alley? Hogwarts, the Leaky Cauldron, the 3 Broomsticks, or the Apple Tree? That would be the Leaky Cauldron. And where does Harry meet Griffith the Goblin? The Leaky Cauldron, Little Winnipeg, Gringotts, or the Hogwarts Express? That would be Gringotts, the Wizard Bank. Who lives in Little Winnipeg? Is it the Weasley family, the Hermione Granger, Professor Dumbledore, or the Dursleys? That would be the Dursleys. Question 8. Where is the Gryffindor common room? Well, I should know that. Is it in the cellars, in a dungeon, next to the Great Hall, or in a tower? Well, considering it's called Gryffindor Tower, you find the Gryffindor common room in a tower. Where does Hagrid? Rubius Hagrid, my man, that sexy furry bastard. Where does Hagrid find Harry and the Dursleys? It's at the Leaky Cauldron, a hut on a rock, a treehouse, or a Diagon Alley. A hut on a rock because we're going far away where they can't find us. Final question. Which school did Dudley Dursley go to? Which school is Dudley Dursley going to go to? Hogwarts, Little Winnipeg High School, Smeltings, or Peltings? I believe it's Smeltings. Yes! Top of the class, I'm my own personal Hermione. Mr. Know-It-All, so I'm Mr. Know-It-All. Scored 100%. Top of the class, you'd be showing off your perfect badge in no time with results this good. And pissing people off who are not as good as I am at this. But when you're a Harry Potter fan, these are questions you're supposed to know. So, I enjoyed going back and looking over my old passport. I hope you all enjoyed this journey with me and my boring, cringy content and non-stop talking. Hope you enjoyed watching a few minutes of Daniel Radcliffe reading off the first chapter of The Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone if you're from Britain. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Avada Kedavra.